but we're looking at Ryan Spann versus our boy Bogdan Guskov. Bogdan, we clowned on Bogdan last time we covered his fight, and he knocked out our Houston Texans running back buddy. But Spann, KO power. I think he can snatch these front headlocks and choke dudes out really quick, and he does it in transition. He can get it from a striking encounter. He can get it from a grappling encounter. I was pretty impressed with how he can get it, and it's a move that I feel like, obviously not a UFC fighter, but the style that I wrestled and kind of like the guy I am, I would be going for that all the time. I don't know why guys don't try that more often. He's very fast too. Looking at Bogdan, he stalks forward, poor sloppy grappling and sub work. Kind of seems like a glass cannon to me. 4-1 in his last 5. We're also looking at a pretty good reach advantage here for Spann as well. Looking at the odds, it has Spann as a pretty clear favorite. Not in the 200s quite yet. I'm going to take Spann. Man. At minus 180, I think I'm still going to go the money line to be safe, because I can really see all 3 methods. Because I think if it goes to decision, I think it'll be Spann. But then I feel like he could also catch Guskov in those submissions I was talking about. And he's also so strong and so fast, he could just put Guskov on his ass. So I'm just going to take the money line and just get out with some cash. What are you going to do, Bobby?
Gosh damn, this is a very fucking terrible fight. I was originally going to go with Guskov, even though he looks absolutely fucking terrible.
He's the guy from the Goonies.
I know. He also... Conspiracy theory time, X-Files. Who does Bogdan Guskov look like? Anthony Smith. Who does Ryan Spann lost to the most? Anthony Smith. Lost a rear naked choke to Anthony Smith September 18th, 2021. Lost his last fight. Anthony Smith lost a split decision August last year. You ever seen Anthony Smith and Bogdan Guskov in the same room together? Didn't fucking think so. So there's absolutely no evidence to prove to me otherwise that Anthony Smith and Bogdan Guskov aren't the same fucking person. Just a different pseudonym so he can skirt around all the medical timeouts and shit for every time you lose. You know how like you have to take like, I don't know, a few months off if you get knocked out, a few months off if you get choked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what Anthony Smith's doing. He's playing the long con. He's just taking some fucking, accelerated healing peptides and calling himself Bogdan Guskov. And if he's already beat Ryan Spann's ass twice, who's to say the third time's not the charm? In the words of Gucci Mane, if I hit it once, I can hit it 2 times. If I did it once, I can do it 2 times. Shout out to Gucci Mane. Gucci 2 times. So, with all that being said, classic giant douche turd sandwich. Fucking Ryan Spann, I guess. For all the reasons you said. God, this fucking... Whatever the opposite of a boner pill is, this card is that. I don't know what you can take to not give you a fucking erection, but that's what this is. I don't know. It's just thinking about your nan in the fucking shower on a fucking hot day. That's what this is. That's a boner killer. Or maybe for some of you fucking weirdos out there, like, let me pull up his name again right fast. He'd appreciate this. He's a connoisseur of incest here. For our boy K715, he'd probably like to see his nan in the shower naked on a cold day, but the rest of us normal human beings would not. So,
I mean, you can't take Guskov. I've already picked him and been wrong.
Once again, man, I don't know how many times I have to tell you, I'm not going to pick him until after the fights, damn it. And then I'm going to come on the show and act like I fucking had him the whole time, okay? That's how the game works, all right? That's what happens when you're a member of fucking Mensa, all right? That's what happens when you're so fucking far behind in the race you think you're in first place.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome better win green, eh? You better win green, eh? You better win green, eh? Listen in and cash out, that's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, hey. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast. Better win green.